So we're going to react today to two-part series on Hypnotic Live. So if you're watching this video, that means you're watching part one. But we are going to react to the documentary that I didn't even know existed until just yesterday, really, where apparently there's a documentary from Xbox. And they thought that this game, South of Midnight, Sweet Baby Inc.'s latest game, that they're working with Compulsion Games on. And just to remind people, this game, shout out to Smash 18 in the chat, this game is the game that Alyssa Mercante, Booty Adams, and Ray Swap Mr. Clean decided to go together and do their little shillery, right? They took the little shill picture together inside of Compulsion Games, and they went all the way up to Canada to beg for some free review codes. They decided to go up there. This is that game. All right. This is that game that we're talking about. In case people are wondering to themselves, what the hell is South of Midnight? I've never heard of this. Don't know what this is. Well, you're not the only one. Don't worry. So we're gonna check out this documentary. Yes, it's 30 minutes. I want you guys to understand something. This random ass game gets a 30-minute documentary. Like, what are we doing with our funding at this point? I don't understand. Anyway, I guess that's besides the point. They really want to sell this game. So let's hear them out. Let's hear them out and see what is so important about South of Midnight that they have to do a 30-minute documentary. And like I said, if you're watching on Hypnotic Live right now, this is going to be cut into a two-part video. So you can check out both parts. Hippo says 30 minutes, I'm out of here. All right, peace out, Hippo. Thank you so much for supporting, even for the little bit of time that you did. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Put the volume up. See what they got to say.
In many ways, Midnight is about bringing people together, and magic is all around you. It's about learning empathy for people who aren't like you. It's finding hidden strength. hey, sin counter. I told you, sin counter. What did I tell you before? Listen, I said we're gonna keep a sin counter of how many times they try to do the whole stunning and brave conversation. We are 16 seconds into it, and they're already talking about empathy, accepting people that don't look like you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, we are in for it, boys. Let's do this.
It's so beautifully powerful, and I think that it just sort of leaps off the screen.
There's so much atmospheric potential.
Wait a second. Beautifully powerful. Hold on. So, wait. Let's go back to the actress.
Powerful, and I think that it just.
All right, so that's the actress. That's the motion capture actress. I'm not gonna say she's the prettiest girl in the world, but all I'm gonna say is like, what happened? What the fuck happened? What? Bro. What? Even for her, it's like, what happened? That's crazy. God damn, they're just out here doing bitches dirty, man. I'm telling you, this is rough. They don't even care, bro. Even with the fives, they want to be like, yep, we're gonna fuck you up too.
Sort of leaps off the screen.
There's so much atmospheric potential. The landscapes, they're almost like a character in and of itself.
We made these concept songs for all of the creatures. It's not often you get that creative license.
Her journey paralleled with my journey, and like many of our journeys. Did Mama know about this? She discovers the world is more than what she has known it to be.
Oh no.
Coming up against all of these monsters and large creatures where she can communicate with them, heal them, learn from them. Watching Hazel just fly through the world doing all of these things is just a lot of fun.
Is it me, or does this game look very similar to Flintlock Siege of Dawn? Am I bugging right now? Like, hold on, Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn. I feel like this game looks really, really similar to this game, which is ironic because, I mean, this is another game that they had consultancy on. It looks damn near the same fucking game. I'm trying to get screenshots of it. Let me see if I could get well, I really can't pull it up on Steam. Hold on. Flintlock Siege of Dawn. Because something's very odd here. I feel like this is literally the same game. Even down to like the movement. This is the character from Flintlock Siege of Dawn. I guess South of Midnight uses what? Stop motion animation? They use stop motion animation, very similar to like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of a thing. Just nowhere near as good. Sort of. I don't know. I just feel like this game looks awfully fucking similar. If you look at the gameplay for Flintlock Siege of Dawn, you're gonna realize it looks awfully similar to this game. But anyway, let's continue. Here we go. Weaving her journey. Weaving her journey. So within the first minute, how many times did they talk about how brave she is, how stunning the game is with her in it, and how it's about empathy and you need to see yourself and other people, blah, blah, blah. Bro, like, Jesus. Also, the choice of words, weaving, I think that's really great. That's really great choice of words. Why the fuck do we have a documentary like this for a game like this? Like, why am I watching this man drive through the woods right now?
Kid, I spent a lot of my free time.
Let me let him talk. Let me let him talk.
Exhausted all the books I wanted to read, exploring sort of all of these abandoned farms and forgotten places. And
somebody said in the chat, is this game out or is it about to come out? This game actually doesn't even have a release date on Steam yet. It's not out yet. This is all pre-production stuff. But let this man cook. Hold on.
You really, when you walk through a forest in the South, you never know what you're going to find.
Now, as a kid, I would already be at the backside of this little swamp.
Finding plants like wild grapevines that were so thick and so gigantic, you didn't have to climb them. Mysterious buildings, and they seem to have never served any purpose at all. So you wonder, what was this for? Why is this here? Where did these people who built
How much
it
you want
go?
to bet this game comes out in February? How much is this an SBI game? Yes, this is an SBI game. South of Midnight is an SBI game. How much you want to bet this game comes out in February? Probably, most likely.
Oh, what happened? It doesn't take too long before the accumulation of mysteries demand an answer, and my imagination provided the answers. So I started inventing adventure stories as I was tramping around and exploring these places that usually featured monsters. And monsters became my best friends.
Monsters became your best friend. I don't know why that's funny to me. I just think that's hilarious. I just find it ironic that the person who started off this documentary is the white man. Isn't that amazing? Like you got this whole DEI story going on. You're talking about some black woman's journey, and then now you're starting it off with the white guy who is leading this project. It's interesting.
That exhilarating sense of discovery, never knowing what you'll find. This sort of thing is what I want.
You see what I mean? Like, you see how like the cutscenes. Hold on, can you go back? You see how the cutscenes are like stop motion? Watch.
What you'll find. This sort of thing is what I wanted to.
That's not lag on my part. That's how it actually is. It's like stop motion animation.
Create in a game. The genesis of Midnight was my desire to create a love letter to the South.
Does anybody find it ironic that the white man who is talking about empathy, and I'm sure they're going to get into black people, racism, blah, blah, blah. Anybody find it ironic that the white man is making a love letter to the South? Sorry, I'm fucking sick and dying. Anybody find that ironic? Anybody find that ironic at all that the white guy is making a love letter to the South? I'm just saying. No offense to the Southerners out there, but there's a certain history you guys have. I'm just obviously it's not like that now. I'm just saying. I just find it ironic.
We are based in
here we go.
Montreal, which is in Quebec in Canada.
Wait, why is a Canadian guy making a love letter to the South? I'm so confused. Are you talking about South Canada? Or are you talking about South America, like United States? I'm so confused.
And is pretty far from the South.
Oh.
We were lucky to have
At least he
some
admits that.
team members who grew up in the South. None of us were experts in Southern folklore, but we had this monumental task of building a world that was iconic, did feel authentically Southern. And it was with a bunch.
Wait, so they're oh my God, bro. So okay, so he's making a love letter to the South, but he's never actually been to the South. So he just decided to hire a bunch of black people who've been from the South, and now he's making a game. Like, do I understand this correctly, or am I wrong? Because I just feel like that's what I just understood.
Bunch of creatures that no one in Montreal had ever heard of. I mean, there are lots of people in the South who haven't heard of some of these cryptids. We reached out to Donna Washington.
Of course
who
you
is
did.
A world-renowned storyteller. And she came to our offices and she told a story to the entire company.
Who did it first, her or Whoopi Goldberg? Like, which one had that kind of hairstyle first? I don't even know.
Time. And it was captivating. It was mesmerizing.
So I spent, I don't even remember what it was, 2 or 3 days, telling stories and taking questions and just sort of immersing the team in folklore. The stories that come out of the Southern Gothic stories is kind of what you're dealing with in South of Midnight, are all stories about surviving in difficult times. They're about facing the things that scare you. They're about tricking the things that scare you. They're about laughing at the things that scare you. But what was interesting with that team.
So then why do you guys never like laugh when you get faced with diversity of thought? You guys never seem to laugh at that. You only tend to run away, or some of you even cross state lines to try to get away from it. How come you never laugh at things like that? Because you're obviously very scared at a thought that may not be like yours. You know what I mean?